I'm the martial arts film freak, and I saw Atomic Blonde.
The clock is ticking, and everyone you get close to ends up dead.
Someone set me up. Someone from the inside. Now, this only ends one way. A bullet.
Atomic Blonde is an 80s spy thriller at the end of the Cold War. Charlize Theron is essentially Lady John Wick, as she's the most badass spy in the world. Nobody can touch her. Just kidding, she gets hit a lot, and you can tell. I say she's Lady John Wick, and that's really just because this movie was directed by one of the guys that directed the first John Wick, David Leitch. So yeah, that's a thing. She's pretty much sent into Berlin on both sides of the wall, really. I couldn't really tell which side she was on most of the time. And she has to recover a list of agents, but she also has to investigate the death of a former lover, maybe? Yeah, probably. I don't know. This movie's confusing. And it really is the confusion that just kind of drags it down. It doesn't feel convoluted, it's just frustrating and a little bit hard to follow. There's constantly somebody betraying somebody, and some movies are really good at being clear with like, oh shit, yeah, you can't trust that guy, but this one's kind of like, so who? Yeah, that's how it goes. The whole time there's somebody that, I don't even know their name because it's that confusing. There's somebody that they're looking for that's like, oh, they're a bit of a traitor and they're a double agent. And you can't tell if that's McAvoy or Sofia Boutella. It's not Sofia Boutella, she's pretty straight in the movie. You know her character pretty much. Or Charlize Theron. You don't know if it's Charlize Theron. And by the end of the movie, you're like, was it? Was it Charlize Theron? Because that's fucked up if she's the bad guy the whole time. But she wasn't. Just kidding, I don't know. Let me get into the performances. The performances in this movie were really good. Not just for the action, but acting and everything. John Goodman and Toby Jones, they can do whatever. They're amazing. And anytime they're on screen, you're going to be like, yeah, that's John Goodman and Toby Jones being awesome. James McAvoy is, of course, just captivating all the time. Doesn't matter what he does, if he's Professor X, if he's in Wanted, if he's in that really weird movie, what was it called? I'll remember it later and just insert it in here. Nope, not yet. It was Filth. The weird one was Filth. Watch that one. You think Split was weird? Filth. Wow. Weird. Sofia Boutella is really the one that surprised me. I took to her immediately when I saw her in Kingsman as the Blade Legs chick. She wasn't great in it, acting-wise. She had a couple lines, and her delivery of them, you know, you're kind of watching like, okay, it's your first time, I give you a pass. I never got to see Star Trek Beyond yet. I still haven't gotten to it. She plays J-Law in that, and apparently she's really good. I have not seen The Mummy. I heard it is a steaming pile of farts. But I hear she's good as the Mummy. But this, she really does get more dialogue. She gets more to do. And she actually is really good. Part of that's because she's making out with Charlize Theron, but, she did a good job with the acting stuff. Sadly, she did not get a fight scene. That bummed me out, because she's good with that stuff. And then to the star, Charlize Theron. She kicked ass. She acted her ass off in this movie really well. She seemed like she really got hit most of the time, so it's easy to act when you're actually in pain. She apparently did actually chip a couple teeth making this movie, which makes a lot of sense. I didn't care for the first few fight scenes. There's one quick little bit in the car, because she actually gets in the car of some KGB agents and kicks their asses. That one was good. I liked that one. But there's two fights in the movie in between that and the good one, really good one. There's two fights in there I didn't really care for too much. They were just kind of, okay, yeah, it's fine, passes, like a B minus, maybe a C plus, probably just a C. But no, there was actually one really good one, a really good fight. I loved it. It was phenomenal. It's not even just the choreography. It's this fight that really just says something about the directing and how really good director can go a really long way. There's a fight where she gets in an elevator and she goes to the top floor. And as soon as the door opens, the camera just stays on that one shot. And it just follows the action as she fights these two guys down like 3 flights of stairs. And they're really falling. I wouldn't doubt it if someone broke something or fractured something or maybe died, because I've heard falling downstairs can kill you. But yeah, somebody probably got hurt doing that one. But the camera follows for probably a good 4 straight minutes, which is a long ass time to not cut away. And to you smartasses out there, I know there were cuts, but they were very well hidden. But the camera follows for about 4 good minutes until it finally goes to the next fight, where she's just with this one badass henchman, who I'm pretty sure was the badass henchman in the first John Wick. Remember that one where he snapped the guy's neck? I think it was that guy. But it was awesome. The camera just keeps going. It doesn't cut away for probably a good 10 minutes until it finally follows her and this other guy I don't remember because the movie's confusing. It follows them into a car and through a car chase, and it's really just, it's as long as there's no cuts, it keeps up the tension. When there's no cuts, you're like, oh shit, well, something's clearly still happening because I don't feel at ease right now. And they get in this car, there's a car chase, and the camera doesn't cut away until the chase is over. My jaw was on the floor the entire time. I love stuff like this. I mean, people don't give action directors enough credit, but it's stuff like this that puts them in the same boat as someone like Alejandro Iñárritu, who directed Birdman. You know, that one where it was just all one take and Michael Keaton won an Oscar because he's awesome, because it's Michael Keaton. But he's not in this. This is Atomic Blonde. I'm talking about Atomic Blonde, not Birdman. But really, that's kind of the one good thing I've had to say about this movie. I saw it a week ago, and I've had time to think about it. And it's, other than the performances of everybody, which are awesome. James McAvoy is, you can't stop staring at the man. But it's really just that one fight that really just like had me with this movie. I was like, holy shit. You have to see this. Because that one fight on the floor, cartoon, Looney Tunes, John the Floor. Wow. Don't know what to tell you. How do you do it? I don't know. I suck at stuff like this. I'm barely even going to edit this video. So in the end, what would I give this movie? You know, confusing ass story, hard to follow, don't know who's a good guy, who's a bad guy. James McAvoy's amazing, Charlize Theron's amazing, Sofia Boutella's amazing, Toby Jones and John Goodman and all the other Russian side characters are amazing. And that one fight scene might be the best fight scene of the year, unless a really, 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 really good movie comes out. I think I would give it a B-, maybe a B, because the story's confusing. That fight scene gets an A. Or maybe the movie's a 3 out of 5 stars. I don't know how I'm going to rate movies yet. I'm still figuring all this out. 3 out of 5 schmoes? Nope, that's not my thing. That's some other guys. I'll figure this out. Good time, though. Go see it. I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Don't get stuckmanized, because that's not my thing. That's another guy. You have a good one.